So for $500,000 to $750,000, it's actually a very hard price point to find in Melbourne. But there is a few suburbs, and the suburb I'm firstly going to start with is a suburb called Sunshine. Look, Sunshine really is known as probably a bit of a more working class area of Melbourne. Obviously, it's in the west of Melbourne. It's probably I'd say, poorer pocket of Melbourne, and no one would disagree if they live in Melbourne with me on that. But look, the thing about Sunshine really is it actually is kind of a town centre, and it does have quite a lot around there. So you have the new hospital precinct going in there as well. You've got quite a few government jobs there too, should I say. And it really is the centre of the west in Melbourne. So you can see there just around the CBD, it's kind of where the T and the R are on this actual image. You'll see all the kind of yellow, and that's kind of the, should I say, the centre of town where a lot of things happen. And that line is an express line that runs right out to Melton and beyond. So it is one of the main stations actually in Melbourne, believe it or not, Sunshine Station. So it does connect Melbourne very well, and it's actually quite close to the CBD. It's only about 20 to 25 minutes from the CBD, depending on what train you catch. So definitely something to consider. A lot of good transport options there too, even buses as well take you to all different parts. So consider Sunshine for $500,000 to $750,000. To be honest, it's around $700,000 to $750,000. There's nothing really in Melbourne I would buy for under, should I say, really that kind of probably $650,000 mark. A $650,000 home is basically falling apart here. So if you're handy, you probably could buy that. Another suburb I want to just show is Heidelberg Heights and Heidelberg West. And I've discussed these suburbs a fair few times previously, and the reason for that is because they're actually gentrifying quite a lot now. So in the early 2000s to about 2010, most of the government housing was actually sold off. Then it was obviously known as quite a housing commission heavy suburb. But now what's happened there is most of the developers are actually knocking down and redeveloping these, and they are actually becoming a lot more expensive. But not only that, they're actually surrounded by really expensive suburbs. So Ivanhoe, Belfield, Heidelberg, Rosanna, and Watsonia are all actually more expensive than Heidelberg Heights and Heidelberg West. I mean, significantly. And they're by literally about $200,000. And now what's happening is gentrification is occurring, and the less wealthy demographic are moving out and wealthier people moving in, and the spillover effect's happening, and particularly from Ivanhoe and Kew. So you'll see here, this is what a lot of the new townhouses look like, and a lot of professionals are starting to buy these, and it's changing the whole scope of the area. So look, for those with a budget of, I'd say, close to $750,000, definitely consider both of these. Look, you're probably going to have to do a bit of work for $750,000, but look, for a suburb that's near a lot of good school zones as well, definitely consider it. It's a really good area to buy in, especially into the future. A very green area as well.